Morning, welcome back to the channel, Kev from KRT Electrical Services. Today is going to be a video on me doing a spotlight installation in a kitchen. This is the kitchen that I'm in, and let me turn the radio down slightly. As you can see, I've already sheeted up and stuff like that on the worktops. The reason for that is obviously, I've got a DADE dust thing, but yeah, still always sheet up and stuff like that. But the reason for that is I've got to cut a section out of this ceiling up here today, because we're having 6 downlights, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we've got to cut a section out of this ceiling here because directly above here is the bathroom, which has got a tiled floor, so there's no access from above. So we've got to take a bit of the ceiling out and then obviously patch it back in, and then it's going to be skimmed and finished later on once we've done what we need to do. But we need to obviously do that to get access to the joists to run the cables through. So yeah, that's what we're here to do today. Yeah, so we've got 6 downlights switched from over there. So first thing I always do when it comes to doing downlights is measuring out. So worktops are 600 wide, so I always position them about 50mm off of the worktop. So when you're here, you're working at the worktop, the light is directly above your head, so that you don't, it's not too far behind you, so therefore it doesn't cast a shadow over the worktop and where you're working and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just in the process of measuring out. You see I've got my laser on my tripod, just measuring out 650 from the wall here to here. I'm going to do the same over there, and then what I'll do is I'll get my stud buddy out, try and see if there's any studs there, see if I can detect any studs, then probably cut a bit of the centre of the ceiling out, which I'm probably going to do it here because I'm going to need to put a maintenance free joint in there anyway. I'll probably cut the ceiling down the middle with a multi-tool. Yeah, I'll have to get a mask and stuff for that because that's Artex, so I have to be a bit careful. I'm not sure how long it's been here, to be perfectly honest. It's not been tested for asbestos, so I'll have to be particularly careful with that. Masks and stuff, and particularly with cleaning up and that. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. So what I'll do is I'll get marking out and come back to you once I'm in the process of cutting holes and cutting section out of the ceiling and stuff. Right, we're now measured out and we've marked out. I need to speak to the client, they've gone out quickly, but this side of the room we're going to have 3 here, so we're going to have 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. They're 260, they're 650 off of the wall, which puts them just off the edge of the worktop, and 650 off here, 650 there off here. Obviously I've got a larder cupboard here, so the other one is going to go there, then there. But obviously if we put another one there, it's going to be in line with that larder cupboard. So I don't know whether they want to bring that one in slightly or whether just to do away with it. So I priced it for 6, but it's up to them. So when they come back, I'll consult them. But what I'm going to do now, it's all marked out. I've used my stud buddy. I think I'm missing the studs. They run this way across the wall, across the roof. Basically I'm doing some more work later on upstairs, and the boards run that way, so it means the ceiling joists run this way. So what I'm going to do is get on with cutting the holes, and then what we'll do is we'll cut a slice down the middle to put a junction box here, and run our cables through to our holes where our lights are going to be. So yeah, we'll crack on with that and I'll come back to you. Right, so my setup for cutting holes, obviously hole saw, 70mm for these downlights that I'm putting in today, and obviously that little bit of copper in there, it's all over Instagram, has been for a long while, but stops this getting locked onto or the arbor getting locked onto the hole saw. So yeah, very useful tip that I come across on Instagram, I can't remember who it was. Then we've got our dust collector, DADE, dust and dirt extractor or something like that I think it stands for, but these are about 10 quid. Made of silicone, but basically they go on there, on your arbor, do up like that, and when you put your downlight or your hole saw up to the ceiling, that then goes up, collects all the dust mostly. So yeah, so what I'll do is I'll go get a mask and I'll start cutting some holes and show you what I'm doing. Right, as you can see, mask's off. I cut the 3 holes down here and then the 2 over there, and I've just taken the centre light down. As I say, need to speak to the client about that light there to see if they actually want one there. To me, I think 5 lights in the kitchen this side is probably going to be sufficient, to be perfectly honest. And plus that's just a door there as well, so I think that will be enough, to be honest. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mark a channel out along the centre of the ceiling there with a straight edge. And then I'm going to multi-tool a section out, which is going to be a bit messy really, so I'm going to sheet up a bit of the floor and do that, because that's the only way we're going to get access to get through the roofing joists. So that's what we're going to do. So I'll get everything sheeted up and we'll get that done. Just want to touch on the ceiling because it's Artex, and from my understanding, Artex that was put up in the 70s and 80s had asbestos in it. I know you can get asbestos tests done on the ceilings and stuff like that, but I've never done it. I've always wore a mask, sheeted stuff up and thoroughly clean and make sure the client's not around when I'm cutting holes and stuff like that. So can anyone in the comments put you know, tell me how you go about getting the ceiling tested for asbestos, how long it takes, how much it is, etc, etc. Because I mean, you know, if it takes quite a while, it can, you know, cause problems with with regards to scheduling the job, etc. I know safety and all that, but yeah, for me, I mean, I'm wearing a mask. Obviously, I'm using a dust extractor or the DADE. The client's not around. I've got ventilated air, the windows are open, ventilation, etc. Yeah, can someone tell me how you go about doing it, how long it takes and all that sort of stuff, and then I can decide whether in future I do it, because yeah, it's not something I heard of until recently, but yeah, it's something sort of consideration really, I guess, but yeah, if you could let us know down below, appreciate it. Right, so I hope you can see that. We mark the ceiling. You probably can't. We mark the ceiling with a straight edge, multi-tools at the ready, earmuffs, mask. So we're going to buzz that out. That'll give us access to the roofing or ceiling joists. Be able to drill through, maintenance free junction box in the centre, cables to each of the downlights, which will allow us to, you know, run the cables through the ceiling joists, and they'll be supported as well. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do now. Put it on time lapse, and you can watch me do it. Right. There we go. On our cables now. That's all good. Right, cables are all pulled in. I need to drill 2 beams there to get the cables through. As you can see. But yeah, cables all in. So the original supply cable comes here, loops over to that one, over to that one, over to that one, and then end of line there. So yeah, what we're going to do now is start terminating the downlights. So I've got these Meridian downlights, which are from Toolstation. They're GU10, but the customer wants the option of putting different bulbs in there, so I'm just going to get these, so I'm going to start fitting them, and yeah, we'll come back to you when they're all up, and when we're about to do some testing. I find the best way to prep my cables is with this ideal wire stripper. Right, all the lights are up and wired in. This one's still open like that because that's where I'm going to take my R1, R2 from, because that's the end of this loop. And then the ceiling's been put back in. What I do with the ceiling, I seal that joint with intrapresent sealant, so it gives the ceiling a bit more of a you know, fire seal, just so it restores integrity of the ceiling. Yeah, so what we'll do is a bit of testing. Test these, make sure continuity, earth continuity, IR testing, and then we'll be in a position to liven up. So yeah, that's what it looks like at the moment. I've not pushed them up because obviously if there is any problems during testing, I want to pull them back down without causing any damage to the ceiling. So that's where they're like that, but they will be pushed up and the bulbs will be put in fairly soon. So yeah, that's what we're looking at so far. Right, so lights are pretty much done, lights tested, ceiling's all sealed with intrapresent sealant, fire sealant, and this is the end result. So yeah, what I do with this is run along intrapresent sealant all along the gap there, so it just restores some integrity, fire integrity to the ceiling. This is all being skimmed anyway, so it's all going to be covered over, but yeah, that's effectively what you end up with. So yeah, it's all tested. I've got to complete a certificate now later on, but I'm going to go off to the next job. So yeah, nice little 5 spotlights in the kitchen. Hope the video is yeah, I hope you like it, and for apprentices out there, I hope you find it a help or whatever. If you do like the content I put out, give us a thumb up, press subscribe, helps build the channel, build a bit of support and stuff, and yeah, we will see you on the next one. Take it easy, take care.